Hello, everyone. This is Nathan Bridges from Nathan's Nuggets, and today I'm with Princeton football commit Ja'Derris Carr. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, for sure, always.
I'll start with my first question. How old were you when you started playing football?
Right. When I started playing football, I was 4, so real young. I was playing flag football when I was 4 and 5, and my mom put me in that. And yeah, so I started at 4.
So you started from a young age. Your mom had you going, like pretty much as soon
Yeah,
as you could.
yeah. For football's always been my life from a young age. So kept going with it.
That's good. And look where you are now. Going to play college.
Yeah, hey, that talent was building up from a young age. Kept on going throughout. So blessed to have played at a young age. Started developing all those traits and the skills I got now. So definitely.
Did you play any other sports?
Yeah, I played baseball, track, and basketball too. So I was really playing every sport. I didn't know what sport I was gonna be good at. So baseball, track, basketball. I played all those at a young age as well too.
You played all of them at a young age. Like you had multiple options. You never set like on just football.
Yeah, 'cause at first it was football and basketball at 4 and 5, and then baseball was Pee Wee. So I feel like I started at like 7, and then track. I feel like I started track at like 7 and 8 too, and kept on going with those as I got older. So yeah.
You got started with them all like from a very young age.
Yeah, had to. Always working, always playing sports.
Always grinding. You never like had that much like downtime like to just like sit around.
I hate downtime with a passion, so I was always trying to go on the go, really playing.
What's it been like playing for the Vista Peak high school football program?
Yeah, I love Vista Peak. I'm always gonna be a Bison, always gonna be a Vista Peak Bison. Really, I've loved the experience that I had at this at the high school because everything is really family orientated. All the coaches really care about you. They always got your best interests at heart. They always trying to develop people, put them at the next level, and that's not even just football. That's every single sport. So it's been a very humbling experience. Very I just love it. I'm still happy to be going here. Got so much love for Vista Peak, so it's been real good.
So it's a great experience. Like you got a lot of love for it. It's been and like it's very family oriented and like not just football, like all sports.
Yeah, and all the coaches, they care about you more than just winning the state championship or playing the sports. They'll take the time to find out about you and your family and everything about your problems in your real life, real world situations. So they care more than just sports. So I love it.
They go deeper into like also like your personal life, like making sure you're good and everything in your family.
Exactly. They do all that.
Looking back, what was your first season of varsity football like?
Right. So I was actually playing I was actually playing varsity football my freshman year. Started out and I was corner and running back. I started my first varsity football game, the second game of my freshman year, and we was playing Meade, and so I started that game, and then that's actually my first position I was playing. I was playing corner, and then it switched to running back. Maybe like the fourth or fifth game of my freshman year when all the running backs got hurt and I got thrown in and then I was playing that game. So that's when I started, and then they saw I was a running back and corner, but that was when my running back career, I guess you could say, started. It was like the fifth game of my freshman year.
So you started at as a freshman year, started your varsity football career, and at first you were a cornerback, but then a lot of injuries happened. That's how you became a running back, and the coaches recognized your talent and knew like you were fit for running back the most. You could
Yeah.
do both, but running back was just the best for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Started playing corner. That was the second game of the season, and then it just ended up going with running back. I still play corner now, but it definitely was both of them playing varsity. But I started out at corner, and then went to running back.
That's good that you got the opportunity to play at running back.
Yeah. Playing both of them at a young age. Freshman year, everything was crazy, especially being on varsity. So wherever I could get in, I was blessed to just play on the field.
Are you gonna play just running back in college or a little bit of corner too?
Oh no, at running back. I mean, in college, it's just gonna be straight running back. It's straight running ball.
Just straight running back.
Yes, sir.
This last season, you went 10-1, but ended the season with a tough loss in the first round playoff to Heritage. What was your biggest learning experience from last season, and what happened in that Heritage game?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like going throughout the whole year, up to that point, we're 10-0. We have big heads. We have high hopes to win the state championship, but everybody just got complacent. I feel like everybody just got complacent at that point. Where, like I said, we're 10-0. I think we're like the number 3 team in the state at that point in our in 4A. We're playing this game. Everybody was just so complacent. Everybody was just thinking that everything was going to be handed to us. At that stage, we can't have that mindset. So, they come in and they were hungry, they were dogs. And then we had just a whole bunch of cameras out, 9 News. Everybody was just coming to that game. So we just let everything but football get into our heads. And then that game, we're a run-heavy team. So, when they stopped the run, we really couldn't do anything. And then when we did find the answer, it was just too late into the game to where we couldn't change it up and start to fight back. So just ended up taking that L, definitely a learning experience because now we changed, we're a different team from that point.
So it was a learning experience because going into that year 10-0, like you said, and the number 3 team in the state and had high hopes, but kind of like going into that game had everything in your minds, but the focus on football. And they were hungry, like you said, and they wanted to go out with a win.
Exactly. Yeah. We in the playoffs. It's one game and done. Nobody's trying to lose. So at that, that night they wanted it more than us, and it showed. So.
Was that Terrence Ferguson's team?
Yeah. My boy T. Fer, that was his team. Yeah.
When the season in Colorado got postponed, was there anything that changed for you?
I mean, personally for me, not really. I was still gonna work regardless. Just waiting for the next time that I got to be on that field. But it definitely put like a halt or like a bow in everybody's plans or my team's plans because we're getting ready, geared up to make another run for state, and then that happens, and then it's like, okay, some of the state can play, but we can't play. It's just all weird. It's a bunch of unanswered questions and stuff, but. Those are just times that you gotta overcome. Just adversity. So we have to work past that adversity, and now we finna get ready to play in about 3 weeks. So we already know.
So nothing like changed for you personally. It was just like getting postponed, and it was kind of weird since some states, like you said, were able to play like Florida, Texas, but and then just getting everything figured out. But now you're getting ready to play in 3 weeks and making that run for the state championship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, nothing really changed for me. Maybe just focusing more on like my mental. Just being ready to be mentally stable, mentally strong. Just have that part of my game improve on. Just always working in the on the field or in the weight room. So, but nothing really changed for me.
Are you guys gonna have playoffs and stuff? Because I know, like in California, they announced no playoffs.
Yeah, for us, as everything stands, we're still having playoffs. We'll have 6 games. For our regular season or whatever. Then we have 3 playoff games, including state, something like that.
That's good that you guys get playoffs and everything. It's like California, they only get like 5 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy, but
But at least it's something.
yeah, definitely. At least it's something. At least we get to play. So.
Mm-hmm. When did the recruiting process begin for you?
Right. My recruiting process, or just recruitment, it started 5 months after my junior year. So even after my junior year, everything was just quiet. Everything was, still or whatever. But 5 months after it changed, I got my first offer from Air Force, and I was like, well, after the season. And then after that, it started to pick up after that.
So after your junior season, it was still like a little quiet, but then 5 months after you got Air Force, and then like kind of like once you get that first offer, then the recruiting really picked up.
Yeah, after you get that first offer, it's like domino effect. Everybody just starts to come. If they hear your name, they just want to offer you. They want you. So it just started going after that.
So it's always good, like once you get that breakthrough with the first offer.
Yeah, it's a big relief, big weight off your shoulders for sure.
What do you feel your biggest strengths on the field are?
I feel like my biggest strength on the field is just being able to do it all, as a running back. I feel like if you're gonna put me outside or put me in the slot, at receiver, I could do everything receivers should be able to do, I'm getting the separation, getting open regardless, I feel like as a running back, I can run the outside, I can run the inside, Like, I don't feel like I'm limited to any type of run because of what I can do on the field. So I feel like I can really do it all. So basically just, doing it all purpose back, for real.
So being very versatile, like being able to do it all, being in the slot, you can do everything, kind of like an Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, exactly. Just like him.
What made you pick Princeton?
I just felt like Princeton was like I felt like it fit me and everything that I wanted to do in life, past football. I feel like they had everything that I wanted, a good institution with grades, and then with that football aspect, they got the coaches, they got all the connections, they got everything that I would want in a football program to, push me through to that next level or still make my football experience like valid and cool at the next level. So when I found out the school with multiple calls and Zooms and junior days, which is virtual meetings, it just put like basically the answer in my head that, this is the college I want to go to. So, made it official.
So that was all, the college, like you liked it a lot, like with the, like you said, the academics aspect too, and you liked all the Zoom calls and the virtual meetings you had, like for football and like the campus and everything. And that was just the school you knew you wanted to go to.
Yeah, but like what was crazy is that like at the beginning of my recruitment, like not even just Princeton, but none of the Ivy League schools were even in my mindset. Like I didn't like come into college like, okay, I want to go to an Ivy League. It only started to become like prevalent or like beneficial to me, I guess, after my junior year, after that first offer. Or no, after the second offer, because my second offer was from Dartmouth, so one of the Ivy League schools. But it wasn't like I always wanted to go in the Ivy League. It's only when I saw the benefits and all the pros that could come from the Ivy League school, I was like, okay, I want to go to Ivy League. And then, at that point, it was just sorting out which Ivy League I wanted to go to, with all the benefits that they got at that institution and how I would fit in. So, yeah.
So like at first it wasn't like you weren't always thinking, okay, I'm gonna go to an Ivy League school.
Uh,
But then your second offer being Dartmouth, an Ivy League school, you got to go deeper and see like what can help you to like probably after football, like not with the academics. And they
yeah.
also are sending guys to NFL, so it's like a good fit.
Yeah, definitely. Both best of the both worlds, really. So they got both of them.
Have you been able to visit Princeton or no because of COVID?
Not in person because my recruitment when it started heated up, COVID was basically already here because I had got most of my offers in like February and then it started to go to March. And then really right after March was when everything started to get shut down. So I didn't get to go on no visits or anything like that. So really everything was just virtual by then.
So it's the first time you visited. Will it be when you go to move in?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be going to yeah, just move
Wow,
in.
that's crazy. How do you feel your play style fits in at Princeton?
Yeah, Princeton's offense is really like high power, high tempo. We don't ever huddle up. So just being in that no huddle offense, fast tempo, everything going fast. I feel like me being the back that I am, I'm gonna give them a spark off the bench coming in or on the field. Just giving them that type of spark, giving them that type of energy. Running, making big plays. Being just a playmaker. Whenever that ball's in my hand, I'm gonna make a play. That's really just like the Princeton offense. You can do a bunch of things. And nothing is limited. You got the run plays, you got the pass plays. I'm gonna be incorporated and involved into everything in the offense. So, it's just the best fit for me, and I love the offense.
You'll get a lot of opportunities and you'll be incorporated to everything because you said that at Princeton it's all high tempo. You guys never go into a huddle.
Yeah, yeah. And it's
That's
crazy because
crazy.
my high school we always huddle up. So it's definitely a change. But I like the high tip. I like the no huddle because it keeps the defense off the toes. You're burning out these defensive players. They don't got time to react. And when they do got time to react, you already scoring. You already down the field. So
Like a Chip Kelly offense, kind of
exactly, hurry up, just like that.
like putting the defense on their toes. And then by the time they know it, you're in the end zone.
Already in the end zone, just like that.
How do you think the coaching staff at Princeton can help you develop your game?
Yeah. It's Princeton, so you got a bunch of smart guys up there, but I feel like they're gonna challenge my mental aspect and just my IQ. Being able to see during things really before the play starts. So seeing the field better, knowing my keys, knowing where like certain things could go, like the technical side of it. Because I feel like the physical side will like work itself out with doing that, but I want to be a more of a student of the game, being able to just understand things before it actually happens. So when the play does happen, I can react better. And every play is a touchdown. So really just helping me being a student of the game more because they're going to teach me a lot. So I'm just trying to soak all that up.
It's like to be a student of the game, like to be smart about it, and then so that every play is a touchdown that you can see everything, like the defense and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Just seeing the defense before.
When will you be arriving at Princeton?
Yeah, I'll be arriving at Princeton sometime in the summer. So really I'll say like after the month of May, just anytime in between then, they still gotta figure out some things, but just whatever time in the summer, we'll be up there.
Like sometime after the month of May, they still have to figure out things like for COVID so that they can bring everybody back.
Yeah, just with COVID, and since we're athletes, we'll probably be better getting out there and stuff for like the NCAA and stuff like that. But just sometime after May.
When's Princeton having their next season? Is it gonna be when you get there, or are they playing in the spring?
No, most definitely we'll be playing in the fall. We'll be playing in the fall.
The fall that'll be good. Like get back in.
Yeah, we'll definitely be playing in the fall.
What team would you say you are most looking forward to playing against at Princeton?
Man, there's a couple, but really just the rivalries, up at Princeton. So like, I'm ready to play against Yale. I'm ready to play against Harvard. I'm ready to get our revenge back against Dartmouth. A whole bunch of those games like that, and then just any type of out of conference games that we have, that are like type games. Like I know in the previous years we was trying to play Army. That was gonna be a big game. Trying to play Rutgers, another big game. So just any type of those games, but really all the rivalries that we have in the Ivy League. So them Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, all of those right there.
Saw those rivalry schools like Yale, Harvard, Dartmouth, and like you said, and Dartmouth they offered you second, so to be able to beat
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Got to get our games back against all of them, and it's a rivalry, so it's gonna be hyped up around the school all the time. So it's gonna be live for sure.
And then like Army and Rutgers, some of those big time games to be able to like go and put Princeton on the map more and you on the map playing in those games.
Yeah, it's definitely just gonna put us on the map more. Give us more recruitment for the NFL or whatever. Just shed a light on us, all of our football players. So we need those games as well.
What was it like at the All American game in Dallas?
Yeah, that was an unreal experience. I was blessed to be a part of it. You got all these top recruits in the nation. Coming here playing the 7-on-7. Me being a corner and a running back, I was more at corner. So just really just expanding that part of my game too. Going against all these top wide receivers, it was definitely a humbling experience. Got to see really what the top athletes is like. Just really just soaked up all that stuff. It was a crazy experience. They treated us well. Everything was really paid for. Game experience was different. Never played in the Cowboy Stadium, so that was a blessing for sure. But it was just an unreal experience, very humbling, and I was blessed to be a part of it.
That must have been crazy getting to play in the Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah, I only played in one NFL stadium, and that was the Broncos Stadium. And I think I got to play in there one time. So just that second stadium, is like dreams to reality.
Which one did you like better?
Oh, Cowboys Stadium is way better than the Denver Broncos Stadium. Way better, way better.
That makes sense that you played in the Broncos one before, since you're from Colorado.
Yeah, it was just one of those. I forgot what type of game it was, but we just played in that game. Played in that stadium.
Are you a Broncos fan?
No, I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan. Can't
Oh,
even mess with Broncos.
I'm a 49er fan.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man.
Always good games, except for this year since 49ers with all the injuries.
Yeah, definitely. With all them injuries.
Hmm. How do you feel about now that it's your senior season?
Um, I'm really excited, you know. It's still crazy to me that I'm a senior right now. But I'm just ready to play. I'm ready to get that senior season underway, you know. Our team is looking to win. We need that state championship. I'm not leaving high school without a state championship, without a ring on my finger. So I'm ready to play. Whole team is ready to play, and yeah, just trying to get this season underway. But it's definitely a surreal and crazy moment right now.
So it's a surreal moment. You're just ready to get the season underway. It's still kind of crazy that to you that you're a senior already.
Yeah, high school went by fast. And I did not think that anybody was being real when they said it goes by fast. But snapping my fingers, I'm a senior, so it's crazy.
I'm sure it doesn't feel that long ago from when you were just a freshman, starting at corner and then moving to running back.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago at all.
What are your goals for your senior year?
Really just my one team goal. You know, I'm trying to win a state championship. Anything like personally, I guess just whenever I get the ball in my hands, I got to make positive yardage. You know, I got to make something happen. I never really focused on any personal goals throughout my high school years. I just let it come to me. So, you know, I just really want to win that state championship. Whenever I get the ball in my hands, I should be making something happen. You know, there should never be a time where I'm, you know, having any type of negative yardage. You know, so just making a play when that ball's in my hand.
Just making a play every time the ball's in your hand, and then, like you say, you don't want to leave. You're not leaving high school without a state championship.
I refuse to. I got to. I got to get one.
Make like Barry Sanders type plays where it was always like making an impact.
Exactly. I have to all the time.
So here, then before I go back to into other questions, are some questions from the comments on the post. First one is, why do you wear number one?
Yeah. So originally, when I first started football, my mom picked my number, so I really didn't have a choice what number I picked. She picked my number, so she picked number one, and basically her whole mindset was, you know, if you're wearing number one, you know, you got to be wearing it for a reason. You know, you're the best on the field, so you wear number one. So then just after that, I really just stuck with that number. You know, then coming into high school. Having to pick the same number, you know, it's always been wrong. You know, I've always been number one on the field. I'm gonna continue to do that. You know, I want my number one, and it's just put into my head. You know, if I'm wearing number one, I can't be trash on the field. I got to be the best on the field. I got to be making something happen. So that's, you know, that's why I wear number one. I'm gonna continue to wear it until I can't no more, because it, you know, puts it in my mind. I got to be doing something. You know, all eyes on me.
So your mom picked it for you. You didn't really have a choice, but then you just kind of stuck with it, and you knew like as long as you're running number one, you have to be the best player out there on the field.
Yeah, you definitely got to be doing something. So that's why, you know, kept the number.
Then number two is, if Princeton didn't offer you, where would you go?
And if Princeton didn't offer me, where would I go? That's a good question, because if Princeton didn't offer me, I did not know where I would go. You know, Princeton was one of the one Ivy League schools I did want to go to. Period. You know, without the even if all the other Ivy League schools offered me, and that's a good question. I don't know. Um, a close second for the Ivy League school was probably Yale, maybe Yale, but you know, that's it. That's it. But Princeton all the way.
So you don't really know, just Princeton was always the school you wanted to go all the way.
Yeah, they was one of the schools that it was always in my mind that I wanted to go there. So definitely Princeton all the way.
All right, so I'll go back to then the rest of the questions I have. Who is your favorite football player as a kid?
Right, my favorite football player as a kid, it was like Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson. I always looked up to them, but now my favorite football player is Alvin Kamara. You know, I'm like him a lot, and then DK Metcalf is a goon, so that's one of my favorite players as well.
That makes sense. Being a Seahawks fan, how you like Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch at the time, like the Legion of Boom. Well, that was the defense, but and like when they won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner, all of them, Cam Chancellor, all dogs for real.
I used to not be able to stand Richard Sherman, but then when he came to the
Oh,
49ers,
yeah, he's a dog. He's a real dog for real.
And then now Alvin Kamara, since your game kind of like you kind of play like him, explosiveness and being versatile, and then DK Metcalf being a Seahawks fan again, probably, and then he's huge. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's just huge. Yeah, he's just huge. You know, you never know what's gonna come to him. He's the dog. He's a beast for real.
He's huge.
Right.
Do you try and model your game after anyone?
Yeah, I'll probably say the biggest person now that I try to model my game after is Alvin Kamara. You know, just everything that he's able to do. You know, catch the ball out the backfield. You know, his quick jukes. You know, his ball vision. Really him. And then just more on like I guess like you said like the move size. I try to do Barry Sanders a lot. With just how quick he's able to react to people. I do him a lot. So both of them, Barry Sanders and Alvin Kamara.
So Barry Sanders and Alvin Kamara, like Alvin Kamara, how he's able to do a lot of things. Like you said, he's able to catch it. He's able to make the quick jukes, and he can also break off for explosive runs. And then, like Barry Sanders with the moves, like how he would like even if his plays didn't necessarily get a ton of yards, he was always tough to tackle for the defense.
Always. Right. So yeah, those two I feel like they got my like kind of like my body type too, and size and stuff like that. So those two people.
Because you're 5'11", right?
Yeah.
I know like Alvin Kamara's like 5'11", 6 feet.
Yeah, just around that height. So yeah, try to just read after those two.
How would you describe yourself off the field?
Definitely. Feel like I'm just a chill person, you know, chill, quiet, real observant. Maybe like to the outside people. But like closer to my friends, you know, I could be like the party type at times, you know, when I'm just around them. Out of my shell, really around my friends. But other than that, I feel like I'm very observant, you know, very quiet, chill dude, especially because of like post COVID, or I guess like we're still in COVID times right now, but just learning stuff and just growing as a person throughout then, you know, learn to be like more quiet, more cool, more collected, stuff like that, just being observant, seeing more things before talking or opening up my mouth. So definitely like that. But with my friends, you know, I'm with my friends, so I'm more like open, more chill, or more just out like there. So yeah.
It's like you're kind of quiet, observant, like to like not when you're not around like your friends, and like you kind of like learn to like before you start talking and everything, you observe.
Yeah. Really before I talk, when I'm not around my friends, I just, you know, just feel the whole room out, feel the people out. Don't really like to talk that much if I'm not around my friends like that. So just or just around people that I'm not comfortable with. So I try to see before I talk and say anything like that.
And like with your friends, it's like a party, like you said.
Yeah, not not necessarily like a party, but it's just more. It's just I'm more comfortable with them, so you know they'll see my true side, and I'll be up with them like that.
Like your true self.
Yeah, exactly, just like that.
What are 3 things you like to do besides football?
Definitely. So I do play my game. You know, I'll be on the Xbox, PS5, whatever. I like to watch movies. I like to binge watch a lot of movies. And then Netflix shows as well. I'm trying to think of some other things. I feel like that's all. You know, I play my game. I watch movies, Netflix, all that. I haven't really found like another hobby I like to do. Maybe sleep. I don't know another hobby like that.
It's like play on the game. Like you have a PS5?
Yeah, I got a PS5.
That's crazy. You already got one.
Yeah, crazy. Hey, it was not easy getting that PS5 at all. But I got one, man.
I bet they were sold out like that. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. You know, it still is. You know, you could never get one, so it's still crazy. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you like to watch Netflix and then like sleep.
Yeah, Netflix, movies, and then just sleep. I ain't got no real other hobbies like that.
Then the last question I have is for fun. You get to take any 3 NFL players to dinner. They can be past or present. Who are you taking?
Hey, I gotta take Alvin Kamara. Gotta talk to my boy. I'm gonna take Russell Wilson. I just like everything about Russell Wilson, how he talks, his whole mindset, all that. And then my third one, My third one probably got to be Deion Sanders. I gotta take him. I gotta pick his mind. I gotta ask him questions on how he is. You know, he's just a brilliant mind. You know, and it's everything about him. You know, it's just crazy. Just a whole flash view. I love it. So probably him is my third person.
So Alvin Kamara, since you got to talk to him, the guy you try to model your game after, your favorite right now. Then Russell Wilson, his experience in being your favorite player as a kid, and then Deion Sanders, like his personality, like prime time.
Yeah, prime time. He's crazy. So crazy. So I got to learn after him too. Is other pick up some things from him.
They won 53-0.
Oh yeah, and the
Jackson
little
State.
Jackson State game I saw that. Yeah, that game was crazy. He's gonna do some crazy things up there for sure.
And he's getting like 4 stars, like to flip from like Florida to going to Jackson State.
Yeah, he definitely got something special cooking up there for sure.
Definitely. That would all be good guys to talk to. They're like learning a lot of experience.
Yeah, it's definitely going. I'm already, picturing the conversation. That conversation would be crazy.
All right, thank you for joining me today. Those are all the questions I have.
Oh, no doubt. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, thank you.
Yep, for sure.